Well, we haven't spoken to you in a while. You didn't go at Fargo, but you got some noise at Fargo, training with Henry Cejudo. I wanted to ask, how did that transpire, and what was the experience and lessons he kind of taught you?
Right, so I was in Peru during Fargo, and I flew straight in to Fargo to coach my brothers, Melvin and Keegan, and then the rest of my team was there. So I'm just sitting around. I think it was before maybe the semis. And, I'm just standing around. We were kind of just sitting there getting ready for, I believe, my brother Keegan's match. And Henry came over, Cejudo, and obviously he's a legend in the sport. So when he walks by, people, they're watching and they're like, in awe of him almost. And so when he came by and he comes up to me, which I had met him before, but not really, not on a level like that. So he came up to me, he's like, hey, let's wrestle some. And so, I had that opportunity to wrestle with him. And again, he's an Olympic champion. He's a legend in our sport. And, I got to learn a ton from him that I'm still using now to go, prepare for Worlds.
It's probably kind of funny that, a guy with such international success and now you're going to be going to the Worlds. What kind of lessons did he teach you about maybe international wrestling?
Yeah, he taught me a lot of little skills. I think the little things are going to end up being the big things in the end. So for me, I put everything that I learned there in my notes, and a lot of it was on our feet. I think that's really where you win your world title. And then, he taught me a couple things on parterre as well, and I think that makes a big difference too. So ultimately, I think it was the little things that he taught me that I'm using the most, and I have them all in my notes.
Finally, wrapping up Fargo, what are your assessments on your brothers' performances, both of them, and how they did?
Yeah, they both came home with the title. Keegan looked great. He's really making a name for himself. He's still young, but he's starting to get to that age where he's going into the big events like Fargo and the U.S. Open, and he'll be in high school next year. Looking forward to an amazing year for him. And then Melvin, he's doing what he does. He got the Fargo title, and now he's going to be in the World Championships next week in Amman, Jordan, so really excited for him. They look great, and they inspire me. They push me.
Talk about your experiences leading up to the championship. What's training been like? You obviously are out here in the OTC, and what's training really been like leading up to that point later this month?
Yeah, I'm getting a ton of amazing opportunities here at the Olympic Training Center. I've been here for about 5 days, and I got a couple days left, so I've had a lot of great partners, coaches, right? Coach Slay, Coach Jaden Cox, Coach Zoe. They're showing amazing technique, amazing skills, tactics, and I think it's going to make all the difference come September. But I've had a lot of really good training over the summer. We have a really good room back home. I have a lot of good resources, RTCs around my area, so been using, making it the most of that and taking advantage of that. I'm also learning a lot from the Olympics and trying to take that into my preparation for September.
Speaking of the Olympics, you just said it, and I kind of want to know more. What was the biggest takeaway that you learned just from watching them overseas and that you can implement into your wrestling style?
I think not a lot of changes. I think USA did great, and I think that the guys that score points and attack win. So for me, I want to push, I want to sprint, and I want to force guys to wrestle. So I know that going in, I have 6 minutes. I want to make it a 6-minute sprint and take guys to the deepest waters that they've ever been. So excited to do that. I think watching the Olympics, again, it's the guys who force wrestling who are going to be on top.
Finally, what's your excitement level, for the beginning of September going to Spain and representing Team USA once again?
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's been a couple years since my last World Championships in 2021, so I still remember the feeling, but it's kind of like now it's time to go do it again. Really excited about it. There's nothing like representing the USA with your name on the back, representing the red, white, and blue. So for me, I think I'm just blessed. I'm thankful, excited to represent God, excited to represent the USA.